Your worst nightmare has finally come true. I got my hands on the Epstein emails, and this is going to be one perverted night. Naughty, naughty, very naughty. So we're going to have a look at the most disgusting thing on planet Earth. The Epstein emails. It appears we got 7,528 emails. He sent 4,315 of them. He's a pervert. He sent more than half of these. So we got plenty of him. Apparently, every conspiracy theory that is true is found here. And that does cover the trans agenda. So we are going to look into that. But first, we're just going to look at a few things that I've already highlighted that I thought were interesting. Liberals are literally demons. Throw holy water on them and they will burn and writhe like serpents thrown on ice. And you know what ice I actually mean? It ain't the kind you get out of the freezer. It's a different kind of ice. It's hot, sexy, very sexy ice. Well, let's get into this. The dirty, the filthy, the most disgusting thing on earth. Gonna have a look at the Epstein emails. Doesn't look like I can get the whole thing in frame, so. But I can do this. Show these things are actually real. So we're literally signed in as the filthy little bugger. Hi, Jeffrey! So yeah, we do actually have access here to the Epstein emails. I Sockness. Invader of evil places, of course. So we're just going to have a look at this. It says President Trump is telling the truth. I'll at least show you the freaking title. So, yep. Dated to 2020. It was after he died. He never even got to see the email. It was one he never even got to see. It was already dead. Already died in 2019. Over 100,000 liberals calling for end to live coverage of Trump's daily briefings. That is why Trump was no longer reported on the news, because he was telling the truth. Can you believe it, Jeffrey? The radical left-wing mob is calling. Let me see what this is actually from. It's called contact victory.donaldtrump.com to G Project, which is Jeffrey Epstein's email at yahoo.com. It's normally, I guess Gmail can archive everything. So it's about the Trump press briefings in 2020. That doesn't look like he actually got it. Can you believe it, Jeffrey? The radical left-wing mob is calling for the lamestream media to stop airing President Trump's daily press conferences, which provide an update on the invisible enemy threatening our nation. Their reasoning is that the president's approval ratings have skyrocketed to an all-time high, and they are worried about the magnitude of his reach to the American people. It's madness. Madness. The fact is, President Trump is telling the truth. Truth in capital letters, by the way. A word the left doesn't know the meaning of. And they hate it. They hate it because they want to keep you in the dark, Jeffrey. They want to control the narrative and make you think that President Trump is failing. We can't let them get away with it. We need to come together and make a statement so huge that even the fake news media and their brainwashed followers won't be able to ignore it. They might have had over 100,000 liberals, probably mostly computer bots, sign their bogus petition, but with your help, we can blow them out of the water by having twice as many patriots sign our official petition stating that the American people want to continue hearing from their president. And there's a link to the petition. And Jeffrey Epstein, of all people, actually signed it. It is fucking insane. I don't know how. I thought he was dead. I'm not sure. I don't even know what year he actually died in, but there's the petition. Stand with your president. And there it is. The fucker actually signed it. It's right there. He actually freaking signed it. Even he knew the jig was up, of all things. He actually knew the jig was freaking up. How insane is that? And you need to ask more intelligent questions than that, Andrew. Because your questions are actually quite idiotic and stupid. So ask something intelligent for a change. Because this isn't my usual joking bullshit where I'm just cursing the shit out of the fucking liberals with a black magic language that very few people even know about. Okay, now we're going to get to something about Israel. It appears our little pervert actually changed sides. And this may be a clue to why he died in that prison cell. He was murdered because it looks like he turned against Israel. Okay, it is the Palestinian Media Watches. Email is from them, apparently. Mosh at palwatch.org. Why the hell would I wear a shirt? I enjoy being the shirtless master of chaos. Well, I'm not married, so that doesn't apply to me. And you just fucked up. It's not factual. So the Palestinian media evidence given to police leads to 11-month jail sentence for anti-Semitic preacher at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So this happened in Israel. This happened in Jerusalem because that's where that mosque is. Dome of the Rock. So by Itamar Marcus and Nan Marquis, whatever. These names are hard to read, dude. It's freaking weird. So Palestinian media's documentation last year reported on Sheikh Khalid al-Maghrabi's anti-Semitic statements and handed over the recordings and transmissions as evidence to Israeli police. Twice, PMW, which is the Palestinian Media Watch, reported led to al-Maghrabi's arrest. I don't know why half these words are being freaking like having letters removed because some of these people I don't know the names of and shit. But arrest, I don't know why they had to censor that word a little bit, which is how resulted in 11-month sentence. Jerusalem District Court convicted al-Maghrabi, whatever, for something NBSP, fomenting racist and religious hatred against Jews so as to spur attacks against them. Israeli Arutz Shev, whatever, is a missing letter on that too, reported March 14, 2016. Israeli TV Channel 1 also reported on PMW's instrumental role in the police's arrest of the Sheik. Ooh, someone was a bad boy. Very bad boy. Al-Maghrabi was a bad boy. But he was working on the right side of things, apparently. Israel is very evil. It has been teaching, al-Maghrabi has been teaching Islam twice a week at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, posting his lessons on YouTube. Well, this is so freaking old. It's probably, those lessons are probably gone. In these lessons, he has I don't know, it's missing a letter. So tout that Jews make, oh my God, this is matzah bread from children's blood, sacrifice human beings to Satan, and that Jews, symbolize the devil and worship him, but the Jews will eventually be exterminated by Muslims. The Sheikh also promised, explaining that it is always wished that Muslim Palestinians bring this about. I will actually show you this is what's in the email. It is just as batshit crazy. So it is this paragraph. You probably should not have gotten high to watch my channel unless my voice helps you sleep. But it is right here. This is the line in question. There it is. You can see it with your own eyes. They make their evil demon bread. I'm not sure what, I think it's that braided loaf of bread sold in some of the Jewish delicatessens during certain holidays. There's this weird braided loaf of bread that appears every now and then, like certain times of the year. I think that's the bread in question. I'll, at some point, have to visit a Jewish store, grocery, and see if I can actually find out what this thing even looks like. Apparently, it's made with human blood. So it's high in iron. Allah can annihilate all the Jews down to the last one throughout the world. But what does Allah want? He wants us to fulfill his command. Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa YouTube channel, October 20th. They even censored October, of all things. It has an equal sign where the T should have been. So October 27, 2015. The channel, without a doubt, is gone. But you can go to Rumble and find tons of documentaries about how that matzah bread is made with the blood of babies and all kinds of this evil, twisted, psychotic stuff. The following are PMW's reports on al-Maghrabi's anti-Semitic teachings and hate incitement. The children of Israel symbolize the devil, hate all nations, cause great damage to all people in the world. Why is people censored? What the hell? Al-Aqsa charges PMW with copyright violation after PMW exposes his teaching that Jews make matzah bread from the blood of children. Anti-Semitic Sheik praises PMW for exposing his hate speech. I thought he sued him. Okay, this is getting kind of weird. 2 versions or 70 depends on how you're martyred. Okay, I don't care how many virgins you give me. I don't want to be a martyr. Ain't my goal, dude. I don't give me 1,000,000 virgins. I don't care. That'd be one for every day for thousands of years. Well, you shouldn't be that fucking high, dude. I'm reading the Epstein emails. The scariest thing on earth right now. To hell with the Podesta emails and that Biden crap, the Clinton shit. This is just as bad, if not worse. Anti-Semitic teacher Islam arrested after PMW supplies recordings to police. Al-Aqsa preacher, Jews worship the devil, will be exterminated by Muslims. Those are just the highlights. So yeah, this is some really crazy shit. These are the actual emails from Epstein. Things that he read in his evil, too many years of life. PMW reports lead to second arrest of anti-Semitic teacher at Al-Aqsa Mosque. This research was made possible by support of readers like you. Donate to PMW now. Well, if I had money, I would. But I'm broke. Visit PMW Video Archives, Sahada, Death for Allah, Promotional Holocaust, Denial and Distortion. Demonization, Conspiracy Libs. Okay, it's a missing letter, I'm not sure. Libel, Conspiracy Libel? Israel's right. I'm not sure what the hell it is, what's missing. Well, they don't believe Israel has a right to exist. So they have Jewish history rewritten. Objective, Israel's destruction. There's a phone number on here. I guess, yeah, it's to a PMW, is a phone number. And that it's not callable from the United States without international plane, because it's 972-625-4140. That's the number for this freaking news agency. So if you got money, I'm going to guess donate to them because they seem to be getting the truth out no matter how horribly scary it is. Oh, this one sounds bad. Los Angeles County, 88 cities in 20 years equals vast dead and killed fellow homeless humans. That's the actual title. Don't believe me? There it is. The actual title. And it's to the monster. To Jeffrey. To a horrible and evil monster. LA ain't doing nothing in over 20 years, and even then, it's a real estate industry itself that's corrupt. Duh. Professor Nez exposed that numerous times. Say locally, those of so-called code enforcement that kiss ass unto and of slumlords that sided with the good, valid tenants. Trump cut $6 billion from HUD. This was from 2019. On Earth projects, despite their already bad and corrupt history, and gave it to NASA for off-Earth projects. Or like what? Further trashing of Saturn, Mercury with crash-landed debris. None should think they're gonna go back with a broom and dustpan. Plus 1959's DOD talk with Russia of nuking the moon, and recently some dumbass spilling substance on moon. We are not created to mess with anything. Yes, we are. We are masters of this earth by God. We are meant to mess with everything. So screw you, Jeff Morris. We are meant by God to own the earth and to have dominion over the animals. So I'm guessing the rest of the solar system, which doesn't have anything in it. Well, I'm not allowed to reveal those secrets, by the way. You'd have to pay me to find that out. But yes, there is life on certain worlds. Nothing off Earth, but solely to self-denyingly caretake of each other and Earth. Oh, don't get me started unto those above this corpse you call Trump. It's those way above him, USA Global, but me and what army, right? Oh, nonetheless, though, you vast across the board got no clue. Homeless, do not mistake my words. Ooh, something to the homeless. Attachments are all in right the fuck like Doc. But I don't give MS Word. I don't have MS Word, so I have no use. I have to use WordPad, and all are safe to read. Download them here. No link provided. Oh, they're right there at the bottom. There's 12 attachments on this email, and they're actually still there. Don't take it personal. This is those amidst 7 billion who we are as such, if not you. God Jesus knows. Ooh, he dared to say the J word. Our Lord Jesus Christ. All homeless related attached safe Word documents, easier than sending vast much emails. This guy doesn't seem to know how to word shit very well. Even when I'm drunk, I usually word shit better than this. UN majority of 7 billion fellow humans, top dollars, down USA Global, are atheists and self-chosen, with all gods given and created within you to solely appease him. And if you've ever watched Powerpuff Girls, you know that him is not a reference to God. It's a reference to the devil. These people don't believe in God, or they know God's real. That's why they're afraid of him. So they're referencing him. Him. I.e., gifts, talents, skills, and free will. Everybody who's in my actual circles of knowledge know that singers, songwriters, script writers, Hollywood actors, and so many more, they all call to demons for inspiration for their acting or even to write the freaking scripts for them. And it is common knowledge that they are in interviews admitting this, that they ask from a certain whom for inspiration. So, skills, free will, but those two exhibit as Judah's, Nimrod's, Bible in parentheses, Lucifer, Satan, non-self-owned nor owning nothing. Humans, not breath nor soul or existence, whores and court jesters, and y'all gonna eternally burn per via one's own archived, recorded, and documented heaven life record. All each have one, and as within tick-tock time fleeing life, so be it then. These people are fucking disgusting. You, humanity, not even know even get, it actually says no even get, no 70 centuries TikTok time fleeing to date. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. This Jeb Morris is a fucking weirdo. Unto eventual coming end of us all, the sole problem, not non-human innocent Earth, nothing else but us as an all-connected whole nucleus, starting with Adam and Eve, whom we've all come from, physical breeding, are the sons and daughters of brothers and sisters of each other, no matter one's physical skin, race, or ethnicity, or where one's from. But all connected, whole nucleus, disease, virus, failed idea, pain in God's ass, one of the worst exhibitly behaved species of all. Corrosive, asinine, like ever growing, never exhibitly ceasing weeds of a garden that once was 70 centuries ago. Prior unto Adam and Eve's exhibited, clueless chosen rogue before Holy Trinity, but human species to eternally burn, you will. Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis 19. Bye bye. The flood, i.e., Noah, a drop in the bucket as God. No, have to even exile, and we all, solely adults, not Jesus' little ones like me who am pure. USA Global, no matter one's physical skin, race, nor ethnicity, or where one's from, children, kids, but we top dollars down USA Global adults out quicker than a candle. They know they're gonna burn in hell. They know it. They absolutely know they're gonna burn in fucking hell. You know how Jesus says they know not what they do? That is absolute bullshit. They know absolutely what they do, and they are absolutely gonna burn in fucking hell. Google search. Here's one of the documents concerning the homeless cost issue. This is one of their evil documents. That's one of the 12 documents. Google search keywords homeless Los Angeles and then click under the news tab. These are some evil motherfuckers. The hell? Open up in Word of all places. The hell did I just light up? I am holy. Okay, let's just get down to this. It's only one page. It's like half a page. It would cost $12.7 billion to end homelessness in San Francisco. For example, Bay Area homelessness, third worst in the nation. Report even up in Oregon where has or I'm going to guess the S to be pronounced. Shaves, pouncing upon homelessness like, I don't know. Where haves pouncing upon homelessness like question mark files on crap and shit. Is there any more of this weird shit in here? I don't know what the hell it says. Not a whole lot. What the hell is wrong with you all? With you all halves, etc. across the board. Centuries and still, Fuck it. And so I may become just another dead homeless statistic. Fine, whatever, so be it. Me, not the problem. It is that the real estate industry, car.org, real estate jackasses, has empowered Trump cutting $6 billion from HUD and giving it to NASA. I could on endlessly, i.e., past, today, media, I no kissing your ring, Caesar. My king is Jesus, and that sole owner of Holy Trinity, though, huh? Damn it, 20 fucking years and LA hasn't done anything in 20 years despite vast homeless whom have died who shouldn't have had to. And what? None think God, Jesus, heaven has a problem with that? The vast aren't facing going to hell, lake of fire forever, huh? Ugh, whatever. Yeah, we're looking at some total freaking insanity here. These people are fully aware exactly what they are doing. They know what they're doing. Okay, this one's called LA Homeless Unnatural. This one sounds pretty horrific. Let's find out just how bad it is. 2 pages, not very big. Of course I don't. It's a PDF. It's a PDF file. Kind of like Joe Biden. LA's homeless unnatural disaster of epic proportions. Now the news is USA's FEMA says they're broke. Got no more money, huh? Really? Just like similarly, though differently, New Orleans would nevertheless 20 years to date, LA homeless unnatural disaster in epic proportions. Yeah, Epstein's fully aware. It seems like this Jeff Morris, whatever. Well, I'm glad you like the spicy sausage. I got one in my pants. It's very, and oh yeah, it's clean. It ain't very seasoned anymore. Well, I'm sure tomorrow you can have some of my spicy sausage. Might like it. But just like USA immigration issue, there used to be a working process long ago, but between then long ago and today, well, what the hell, yeah. Knows and what the fuck ever. Ugh, losers. Kind of seems like fucking kind of sounds like conversation or something without the other person. It's like one-sided conversation. Unnatural disaster of epic proportion is what some are saying. LA's 20 years still to date homelessness issue. Oh, I can tell you the problem, but number won't like it. And even then, as if like something of humanity gone on for centuries with nonstop quit rogue from God. Any want to get real, handle the truth? Oh, no, you don't. Not really. And no, I don't want to talk about buttered sauces. It's not what my subject is tonight. Epstein files. Tonight's the Epstein files. Los Angeles, 60,000 homeless. Well, it's at 80,000 now. At least that's what I heard. It's 20,000 more. So 20 years today, local power has asked state more than twice to declare state of emergency. Nothing. People have died, and LA has been deemed needing a FEMA-type American Red Cross response, and still state of California governor and USA federal government does nothing. Even Donald Trump cutting $6 billion from HUD despite their past bad misleadership, while DT amping up NASA and DOD military's budget. Well, Trump is cutting the fucking fraud. There's a reason we're cutting $6 billion, because it's not going into actual housing. There's a reason he cut $6 billion. Doesn't want to deal with the freaking fraud. He didn't know how deep it ran. He thought simply cutting the money would have worked. No, it didn't. He needs to go to California, audit the crap out of this state, and find the hundreds of billions in the hole the state's in, and expose it to the world. Even the Iranian president should know about the freaking fraud. Maybe he'll show some sympathy and send us some of that damn delicious food their country is famous for. I've had Iranian food. It's some of the best food on earth, actually. I mean, it is actually some of the best. You're going to eat yourself sick if they ever made an Iranian buffet. You would literally eat yourself till you're stuffed like a pig. Even from Australia, calling out LA Power. What the hell? Even Australia knows about the fucking fraud and is calling it out. That's the insanity of how corrupt California actually is. Even Australia knows about it. They live in tomorrow. They live a day in the future from us. And they know about our fucking fraud. LA specifically. That's the insanity of all this bullshit. A country that is not America and lives in tomorrow is aware of our fucking fraud. In LA, not even counting San Francisco. Even though there's a comedian by Isaac Butterfield who actually knows about some of the BS in San Francisco because he has done videos about it before. Especially when liberals are being retarded and stupid. And just like Rio, Brazil before, polluted swimming water, etc. else, and elsewhere globally, now human fools are going to exhibit BS in Los Angeles. Who wins and who loses? When the 2028, oh my God, LA should have never been given the Olympics. When the 2028 Olympics come to town, homeless people, loser, even as local Herb Wesson, I guess it's Herb Wesson, there's a person's name, not the plants, carrying on like a damn fool, talking LA and Olympics, gonna get married and the baby gonna be all money into their lower powers bank accounts, pension, lifestyles, even as with their 20 years still to date of having done nothing, even with their mob and pimp mentality, telling the vast local tax-paying fellow humans below them, bitches and whores, male and female. You're going to pay for whatever the hell power tell you to pay, or get out of our 88 city, state, country, planet, sigh. Just unfucking real. And that's what that document says. Need I say more? This is out of the fucking Epstein emails. They are 100% aware of what they are creating. And since it all happened, and that there are currently 80,000 homeless people, that email only references 60,000, it never got solved. They made it worse. These devils made it worse. Okay, new email, totally new subject. Check in, please. Edge London dinner. Okay, it's John Brockman to Jeffrey pedophile. Or I could say, what the hell should I say? Upnova? Epnova? You guys seem to think he's a pedo. He's not anymore. He's talking to overage now. This is the last time I checked. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein, what's up? Did you and your island get through? Aria? Okay. It's actually not spelled area. It's spelled with an I instead of an E. In town this weekend, Monday. Off to London. I'm not sure. KM and I are in London next week. Come to the Edge Diner Thursday night, October 5th. Date, Thursday, October 5th, 7 p.m. Place, the Red Fort, 7 Dean Street, Soho, London. And a weird looking zip code, W1D, 3SH, whatever. Weird fucking zip code. RSVP doesn't work anymore, so whatever. Tried the link earlier. My older brother, Philip, the rocket scientist, died that night. I went on Google and found out for the first time about his career, which began as a member of first hired group of physicists at NASA in 1958 to work on Project Mercury alongside Alan Shepard and John Glenn, and his work as one of the legendary mad scientists of NPD in using plasma physics to provide the rocket thrust to achieve reliable orbit, and illuminated, or I'm not sure what the missing letter is. Culminated as the technical head of the amazingly successful NASA FAA effort to improve passenger aircraft safety. It's like, who knew? We never had a conversation about it, and we did stay in touch over the years. See the piece I wrote and the obituary in the local NASA paper below. Oh, it's an obituary. Philip pushes the button. My geese. There's an article. I'm not going to read it. It's fucking long. NASA Langley's The Mad Scientist Dies. Daily Press, Hampton, Virginia. There's another article. I think, yeah, it was also pretty long. Anyone I should see in London, my AI project is taking off. I believe it will be the only useful book, as no one in the project is in the bag. You might want to think about providing some support, as I am convening meetings to get the contributors to talk to each other. Here's the Cambridge meeting 2 weeks ago and the meeting of last year. It's all that is not linked. And I'm not sure. I already tried putting my name in here, and I'm not in these emails. I never got. Apparently, I was never big enough to piss him off. So there is no sockness in the Epstein emails. So I'm not supposed to wear a shirt. I am the sockness. I'm always naked. That's just who I am. Oh, let's look for Abramovich. Let me actually get the correct spelling of her name. This is actually now going to get quite interesting. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Yes, there are actually only 3 emails with that devil worshipping bitch in them. She is mentioned. And guess what? Sausalito, California, right? Directly across the Golden Gate Bridge. From here in San Francisco. And it is not short. This son of a bitch is as long as my cock. Oh my God. I think it might almost be longer than my cock. It's long. Ooh, what do we got here from the damn bitch? Invitation update. Edge Master class at Cavallo Point, Sausalito, September 26th to the 28th. And this must be in 2014. Evil. The Edge Masterclass on art for the weekend of September, that weekend, I'm guessing weekend, is coming together. I am pleased to invite you to attend as a guest of Edge. As with all Edge events, there are no charges other than taking care of your hotel reservation. The event will be held at Cavello Point, a high-end resort 21 miles from SFO in Fort Baker, near Sausalito, California, just across the Golden Gate Bridge from Gay Francisco. Let's see, there's like, what is this? A number, okay, that talks about the class, or talks about Power 100, list by Art Review Magazine, talks about reviews. Okay, a number of artists and architects will accompany HUO. Let's see if anything gives me a clue what that even means. I don't know, there's nothing telling me what that means. The first to confirm is the one at the very top of my list, Marina Abramovic, the #1 performance artist in the world. She's the chick that bathes in pig's blood. She's a freaking psycho. She's the spirit cooking witch of the elites. The performance queen has committed that she will attend. Do not miss this. I know you are busy, but unbusy. Repeat, do not miss this. About Abramovic, the vile, evil, wicked witch of the West will steal your soul like a thief in the night. The documentary is available for rental on iTunes, Amazon, and a bunch of other places. Marina Abramovic, the vile witch queen of New Orleans and hell, the Hell Queen, opens at Serpentine Gallery in London. Of course, it has to do with serpents. Of course! The woman that bathes in pig's blood and writes in blood and evil, vile incantations is being seen at the Serpentine Gallery. The Serpent. Garden of Eden. Ring a bell. Evil. New York Times. Link to the New York Times article. Marina Abramovic's crossover event. New York Times. Another link. Performance artist Marina Abramovic. I was ready to die, but Satan refused me because I'm such a sick bitch. Okay, that part wasn't in there. It's simply called I Was Ready to Die. The Guardian link, Marina Abramovic, Queen of Extreme Art. Bathing in pig's blood and writing incantations on walls in blood is not art. It is evil, smelly, and disgusting. Evening Standard link, Marina Abramovic's technology hijack makes gadget mad Brits go cold turkey. Well, I think I'd go cold turkey too. I would probably throw my phone away if I had to see that crap. The Guardian, another link. 512 hours. Abramovic's current performance piece is running in London through August 25th at the Serpentine Gallery. I'm just going to humor this. I'm going to actually dare to click one of these links. I'm not so... God damn it, was not supposed to load on the exact same tab I was using. There's got to be a way to load this in a different tab. It's not working. Go back. The hell? I'll do it that way then. Fuck, man. Is the Evening Standard openable? No, they don't even want me looking at it. This bitch is fucking evil. 2014, May of 2014. So this is already a gallery they would have already seen. But what is this here? Clean the Floor, 2005. Plays with ideas of femininity. Marina Demonic Abramovic, courtesy of Marina Abramovic Archives and Listen Gallery. Lisson. The listen gallery, yeah. So there's some. God damn, you gotta see this. Dude. This dress is fucking massive. It's a literal circus tent of a dress. There she is up the top. And the dress is so big, it's a literal circus tent. Well, she is a fucking circus. She's a 3-ring Barnum Bailey's freaking circus. She's a freak. Okay, HUO has also invited artists John Baldessari, Jeff Koons, Philip Perino, and Tyron Simon, and architects Frank Gray or Gary. I don't know. It's got an H. I don't know what to do with those half the time. Rem Koolhaas, among others. I will send updates as we get responses. In the 21st century, HUO writes, Silicon Valley could become home of an ambitious institution, an art center, which can build bridges between art and technology. Fucking, I don't want her technology and I don't want her art. It is evil. Today, information and communications technology are today's key growth industries. Now, then, is a time for art to take its rightful place at the heart of philanthropy of today's digital visionaries, and it's time for digital visionaries to become part of art history. Well, what do you think happened with AI art? It fucking sucks. It's evil. It's corrupt. It's morally bankrupt. It looks like that's what they wanted. This is in 2014, of course. August. The email's from August 15th, 2014. So, pretty clear what they were planning this whole time. Having technology create art. Ooh. I'm a bad boy. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Here is some information about WUO, who is about to be profiled in New York in The New Yorker, which is basically, if it wasn't glossy, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with it. But it's a glossy magazine that I would not even use for freaking fertilizer. Art review. What do we got? Let's see how bad it is. New York Times, Evening Standard, The Guardian. And The Guardian's link doesn't even work. New York Observer link doesn't work. Edge Conversation link does work. Page not found. As in they are censoring this crap. I have already heard from a few of usual West Coast edgies. Ooh, edgies? West Coast? And they're edgies. What kind of disgusting bullshit did they create? I don't even want to know. Because I'm pretty sure they made some of John Podesta's disgusting artwork, including that one with a body hanging backwards. Wouldn't be surprised that came from the West Coast. Confirmed today, Tony Fidel, Evan Williams, Dave Morin, Nick Pritzker is a possible. Nick Pritzker is a possible. So he must be so vile. They were like, let's think about this. Makes me wonder. I very much hope you can make it. If so, you need to let me know by August 29th in order to secure the necessary number of hotel rooms. See preliminary information below. I look forward to hearing from you. Best, JB. Visit the Edge app, and there's a website. I think that's gotta work, dude. Mary, Mother of Jesus, save my fucking soul, dude. Well, the artist is dead. He died in 2023. So, evolutionary psychology co-director with his wife Lita Cosmides for the Center for Evolutionary Psychology. Yeah, I don't want to fucking know. This is going to be some demonic ass shit. Well, we do got the itinerary. We have the itinerary of the event. Road draft a weekend schedule. Friday, September 26th. 3 p.m. check-in. Cocktails at hotel at 5. Dinner at the Sausalito restaurant is at 7. Cavallo Point restaurant. Private dining room. Ooh, what are they going to do in there? I bet even Cyrax would be like, oh, no. And Nova would be like, oh, let me in. It looks fine. I'm not sure. I actually don't know if either of them would actually go in this place if they knew what it was. They have to give them free food. Never know. Give anyone free food. You never know. Tidewater A meeting room. 7 to 8:30 is breakfast in the morning. 9 to 10:30 master class. 10:30 to noon another master class. 12 to 12, whatever. School doesn't really point out anything useful. Just breakfast, master classes, breaks, and shit like that. Okay, we have a short course in thinking about thinking. Daniel Kahneman in Napa. A short course on behavioral economics. Richard Thaler. Sindel Mulanathan. Dale Kahneman again, a short course on synthetic genomics, Craig Venter and George Church at SpaceX. Why would SpaceX have somebody involved in synthetic genomics? What would that entail? That I'm wondering. What vile evil are they trying to create? Well, let me redo this search and let's read another email about this demonic bitch. I wish it would let me open these in different emails. Okay, we are now in November 19th, 2014. And they're going to an event in Palo Alto, California. That is south of San Francisco now instead of north. And it also involves Marina Abramovich. That's a good one. That's a good name for her. Marina Abramovich. Because she's an Abramovich. She's a bitch. The event is in Palo Alto, Monday, December 8th, beginning 10:30 to 11 a.m. at either someone's home. That's pretty private. Pretty as my privates. But I wouldn't want to compare the two because they're two different beasts. One unholy and mine is holy. A presidential suite at a Palo Alto hotel, 4 seasons most likely, or a Stanford academic signing like KASBS, Coslin's former place. I have no idea what that even is. Once we settle on a venue, I will tell you what hotel in Palo Alto we're going to stay at. God damn, these fucking perverts are like hell and nearby. And I never get to throw eggs at them or use my megaphone to call them out. Scott Wiener is actually easier to get to than these fuckers. I got to call him out twice. And once was with my megaphone. And oh, that was funny. His face turned ghost white. He turned ghost white when I had my megaphone, and I called him a pedophile to his motherfucking face. Scott Wiener got exposed. like a newborn baby. You know, he's supposed like the newborn baby. He's never gonna drink the adrenochrome, whatever the hell that shit's called. Okay, Lucy Page had offered her second house for me offered me 6 months ago, but she's on a yacht in the Marshall Islands. Yeah, probably hiding for what she did. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Never heard of Lucy Page. I can't reach her. Ooh, someone's in hiding. Hear from these motherfuckers. Salar wants to do it at a home of Google billionaire Omid Kordestani and his wife. I don't know them. Omid was hire number 12 and worked at Google until 5 years ago as head of business. He's Larry's close friend and just rejoined the company. Hans Ulrich Olbrist. Name sounds familiar. I might have heard that name, but I don't know what the hell he did. Is adding 2 people to the invite list. Tyron Simon, who was in the previous email. Hot young artist. And John Baldessari, who was also in the previous email, and another famous established artist. He was already invited, Tyron, and invited Ren Koolhaas, who unfortunately is in Moscow December 7th. Oh, why is he in Moscow? What's he doing there? What is he meeting with Putin? Putin! You know, sexy Putin on the horse. Hunting trip. Ooh, naughty boy. We can't figure out how to make one work. Let me look this up. Let's see what that link leads to. Oh, he looks like he looks too young. That's why they think he's so cute. Look at him. Tyron Simon. Yeah, of course. Ooh, young, hot artist. Does he look like he even graduated high school? Ooh, I'm sure Jeffrey Epstein's licking his chops. That predator is licking his like that. Like a dog. I'm pretty sure it's the way the women were on the what was that show that Trump had? The Apprentice. When women used to throw themselves at Trump. Those perverts are licking their chops like those young ladies when it came to Trump and his little show, The Apprentice. And I'm pretty sure they gave favors too when they wanted to be on it. Wouldn't surprise me. Every billionaire is the same. No difference whatsoever. So men are men. There's no changing that. Let's get on with it. It turns out that in addition to being the premier performance artist she is, according to WUO, an accomplished and high-value lecturer on the art circuit, you got to remember, these people are not artists. They're actually like bathing in blood and drinking adrenochrome and doing truly horrific things. And their art, if it even involves a canvas, involves like nude children or some disgusting shit. These people, they're not human. They're not human. They know what they do. Jesus says, oh, you have to forgive them for they not know what they do. Bullshit. These motherfuckers know exactly what they do. They plan it years in advance. They know exactly what they're doing. They are monsters. They're not human. They manipulate the public. into their system of lies to make us think they're not horrific, evil monsters. But they make the Wicked Witch in the 1939 movie Wizard of Oz look like a fucking saint. And she attacked a little girl and her doggy. These people do far worse shit. They worship Moloch. They drink adrenochrome that is taken from the blood of children. And that is a fact. I'm actually going to look up adrenochrome next. After this email, I'm going to look up adrenochrome. I'm pretty sure it's in here. So the plan now includes her giving a lecture, but being who she is and depending on her sense of the group, it will morph into something more interesting. Probably much, much more interesting. She's asked me to write a profile on each of the attendees so she can be prepared. I can send her articles about Tony, you, however, are far more mysterious and intriguing. Is there any press on you I can forward? This is John Brockman to the demon son of hell, Jeffrey Epstein. In terms of the master classes element about the broad subject of art, we have the following sessions planned. Hans Ulrich Obrist, general talk on art Maja Hoffman, I'm not sure what language I should be pronouncing that with. I should be using Spanish or what? A talk on her art center in Arles Luma Foundation. B, her collection, her activities as the queen of art base. There's Tyron Simone to come. Marina Abramovic. This is how they describe Marina Abramovich. Master class on art number 2. Seguing into something. I'm guessing it's seguing into something, a spontaneously orchestrated Abramovich piece, Geneva Elkin. A talk about what she is doing at her museum, Pinacoteca Giovanni E. Morella Anginelli. I think I did that pretty well for being Italian and I only speak English. In Torino, which I think is in Italy, and about the family collection, John Baldessari. Sounds Italian, or another great artist, Miuccia Prada. I believe I pronounced that right. She has not yet committed to probably will come about her art collection and her plans for her museum, Milan Museum, that she is building with Rem Koolhaas. Guests. Since my last email, I invited Andre Lindy, father of eternal inflation, who, in addition to having the prevailing theory on the birth of the universe, is also a serious photographer. Danny Lambert, Tony Fideli, Jacob Sockness, Sarah Williams, Salar Colanger, Larry Page, Lucy Page, Ann Wojcicki. Elon Musk is on that list. Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein, Dave Morin, Britt Morin, Ginevra Elkin, Maja Hoffman, Marina Abramovic, Hans Ulrich Oblast, Katinka Madsen, Chance Wilkins, and JB. Cheers, JB. Okay, that's all the people that were invited. Okay, we were gonna look up adrenochrome. Okay, for sale or not, I just need the word adrenochrome. You know, there's a movie called Adrenochrome, and the second item after that is adrenochrome for sale, and it's only $50 to $250 for a small quantity, 5 milligrams to 100 milligrams. It's not even expensive. They're doing so many horrible things to make adrenochrome that it's not even that expensive. It is within my reach. If I wanted to, I could actually get my hands on adrenochrome. It's within my reach. And nope, adrenochrome is not mentioned at all. I thought it was, but it's not. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I think we've seen enough of the total BS of the Epstein emails to know these people planned out a lot of horrific and vile, evil shit. These people took a big ass liquidy Biden all over the United States, and they got sick from the other end, this end, and they Obama'd all over our faces. We need to stand up to these motherfuckers. We need to call them at their homes, leave messages, say, we know what you did. That's all we need to say. If we find out who they are and how to contact them, call them. Leave a message. And this is all you need to say. We know what you did. And that's it. Hang up. If one of their butlers answers, just tell him, we know what you did. And then hang up. Don't wait for a response. Nothing. And I'm going to see if I can find numbers in here. And see if any of these people can be reached. If there's answering machines and things that we can call and say, we know what you did. And then we just hang up. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Is if we know any of these people, leave them a message. And that's all we should say. Nothing else. Nothing threatening. Nothing at all. Don't even mention you even learned it from me. Just say, we know what you did. And that's it. Any tone of voice you want, I don't care. Just let them know we are on to them. And there's going to be a lot of Democrat politicians that I'm probably going to leave that message on. And if I was able to do voice on my computer, I would do the stream on the computer. And I would make the calls on live stream itself and just leave the message to as many people as I can within a fucking hour. Of course, I would call in hella late, so there's a fucking message they're going to see in the morning. Because I'm that kind of motherfucker. I want them to know. We know what you did. And just let them think about it. Let it stew in their filthy cauldrons of fungal rot that they call brains. I don't think there's really anything inside their skulls, as it has been proven to be that their skulls are very empty places. So empty that not even radiation can be found within the confines of their skulls. It is the only place in the entire universe where not even radiation exists. And that place is the inside of a Democrat's skull. There are videos on YouTube where people theorize what would exist in a piece of space that is infinitely empty. And it is really fucking weird what people have theorized exists in a piece of space that is infinitely empty, where not even radiation would exist. That is the inside of a Democrat's skull. That place does actually exist. And the nearest Democrat, probably on the other side of that wall back there. I've never actually talked to him, so I don't know if he's a Democrat. Yep, Democrat. Or demon rat. There are many things we can call them. All of them accurate. Even though some of them would be an insult to actual rats, which are actually quite smart, considering they're only like, I don't know, the length of your forearm, the whole animal, and they're literally smarter than most Democrats. Yeah, you know, there's an IQ test you can use on Democrats. And what you do is you get an ICE raid to occur, and you tell all your Democrat friends when and where. And isn't that how you can tell if a Democrat is dumber than a cockroach? A cockroach is smart. It'll get out of your way. It doesn't want to get caught. It's going to leave. Same thing for rats, for the most part. But the Democrat is going to get in the way. It's going to get shot at because it is stupid. It wants to be destroyed. They are so evil, so vile, that their goal in life is to die by a cop. Democrats are that freaking stupid. All you gotta do is cause an ICE raid and tell all your Democrat friends when and where, and I can guarantee one of them is gonna get stupid and get arrested because all they had to do was get out of the way. Something that which cockroaches are more than smart enough to figure out. You walk away from the human. You walk away from the law enforcement. Not very hard to do. Simple laziness. The kind of laziness that Christian and Nova Online would otherwise have inherent. They are too lazy to actually look for an ICE rally to get in the way. So this is an active level of stupidity that they would get in the way. And it seems that Cyrax might actually have that actual level of stupidity. Somebody should tell him when and where an ICE raid is going to take place and see if he is not lazy enough to show up and try to protect the illegals. I am 99.9999999% sure that even Cyrax isn't actually that stupid to actually show up at an ICE protest. So there's a difference between Democrats and cockroaches. The cockroach is smart. The rat's extremely smart. Smart enough to get out of the way and just let it happen. But I'm honestly not sure what to look up, but I'm going to see if I can find something about transgenders in my next live stream about the Epstein pedomales. So there is stuff in here about transgenders that I have seen because Blair White covered it. Blair White pulled up one email showing that yes, Epstein is behind, or at least philosophically behind. I'm not sure how much financially he is behind the transgender bullshit that is going on today in the 2020s. But it is very clear he is well aware of how easy it is to prey upon those children who get the hormone blockers and all the other crap that Trump literally banned in the last month or so. Thank you, Trump, for saving those kids. Do not let them chop their parts off. Because before I go, there's one little secret you need to know when it comes to those male to female transgenders. If you get puberty blockers as a teenager, you cannot get a vaginoplasty. You will not have enough, sausage downstairs to invert into a pussy. So, all the children that are MTF, you got the hormone blockers and the estrogen in their teenage years, they cannot get a vaginoplasty because there is not going to be enough dick to invert. I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to tell the fucking truth. And this is stuff you can fucking look up yourselves, that it is factual. And I'm not sure if Epstein was directly aware of that transing kids is going to result in them never being able to complete their transitions. You have to fully develop in order to do a transition fully. Jessica Yaniv didn't start doing the trans thing until the bullshit began. And he was able to get a vaginoplasty. It looks like crap, looks infected and nasty, but he was able to get one. And there is the part about Blair White, who's still walking around with a ding-a-ling. Ding dong, I got a bigger one than you. And I think he probably does. He's probably got a bigger one than most of you. And there is Lily Dino, who actually lives in San Francisco. That is bald. I mean, his cake pops chopped off. What a sick, stupid fuck. He's following a trend. He still looks like a dude. Looks like trash. Some people should have been denied. The doctor probably tried telling him this ain't gonna work, but being San Francisco, they probably don't tell you the truth. You probably can't get the truth of all the weird shit those hormones do to you. So that's going to be my next video. Most likely that will be the next one, because I'm going to be looking at these Epstein emails and collecting all kinds of bullshit, because there's so many things, even UFOs and stuff. There's even UFO mentions. So yeah, there is some good shit I got to look up and get to and highlight and read, and I think I'm going to have some fun with these emails. There's a lot of weird shit in here. Well, have a good night. And don't wank your chicken so hard it might fall off. They might have put hormones in the water. Who knows? It might be their next plan. So good night. Play with titties. Always play with titties. Never leave those things. Never leave them alone. They love attention. Bye-bye.